Okay, now that we've finished filling in all of the information that we're going to need for our poster generator, we can now start working on the actual generator. So if we go over here to tab 3, the very first thing that we need to do is add data validation to this purple cell. So let's go up here, click data, and say data validation. We're going to choose a list from a range, and specifically the range we want is going to be this range right here, because we want to be just the names of the Chief Justices. So if I say save, now if I go back over here, I see there's this drop down arrow, so I can select John Jay, for example. And you'll notice there's a lot of blanks here and a few things with information filled in. I did that so that way we can use those for reference, because the most important formula that we're going to use here is called vLookup. So let's go ahead and take a look at what vLookup does. So here I've got my vLookup formula, and notice it prompts me with a little support thing. I can expand that, and oops, let's go ahead and scroll down, try that again. And if I jump in here, so now I can see what it's going to do is it's going to search for a search key, whatever I have in C2, which in this case is John Jay. Then it's asking, where do we want to search? Well, we want it to search on tab 2 info, and specifically in this range of data, which is pretty much all of it. And then it's asking, once I find John Jay over here in all of this between A3 and W19, it's asking which one of these columns do you want me to return from the starting column. So in this case, we want column 10 because that's where the start date is. So if I go back over here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the start date is 19 October 1789, and that's what shows up here. So if I want to do the same thing to find the end date, I'm going to copy that, paste that in here, but I know that that's the next one over, so we can put that away now and say we want column 11, and that gives us the end date, which we see is right there, 29 June 1795. So with that formula, we're now ready to start filling stuff in. So we can go here, and we know this was in the second column, so if I do that, this should give us a portrait of Chief Justice John Jay. And if we go over here, I know that this information, so it is in the column before that, so I'm going to go ahead and put a 6 here, it gives me Washington, and Washington was unaffiliated, so his symbol, whoops, so his symbol is going to be in column 9. I also want this to tell me what that symbol represents. So I'm going to say Washington, comma, whoops, and, use the and symbol, comma, space, and again, I'm going to use my vLookup, got to delete that equal sign, otherwise we're going to have an error, and I'm going to say 8. Oh, but I also want to say A unaffiliated. And the reason why I have it say A unaffiliated is because for most of the other ones it reads a little better, like John Roberts, who was nominated by George Bush, a Republican, for example. All right, so if we go ahead and continue this, we want to fill in some other information. Let's see, what else do we need? Let's copy that again. Here, we want to copy this one. So if that's in column 20, this is probably column 21. And this was probably column 22. And there we go. Right here, what we're going to want to do next, let's go ahead and do this. I forget exactly which one this was. This might have been 14. Yeah, column 14. Column 17. And I want this to be 18. And that means I probably want this to be, this is 15. James Wilson. So I can check with another president, such as Fred Vinson. And he had quite a few besties, but they all only have one anti-bestie. Now, I actually might want to put a little bit more here. So if we look at the model, we see that we want it to have it not just tell us who, but for how long they were present. So again, we're going to use our and quotation space for only space and then we're going to put a formula again, delete the equals, and if that was 17, this is probably 18. Oh, maybe it's not 18. Which one is it? If we go back over here, looks like it's going to be 19. And there we go, Frank Murphy for only 3 years and 26 days. And with that, now when I go up here, I can go ahead and delete the instructions. I can switch through, and it will automatically pull all of the information from our spreadsheet over here into our poster here. Thank you for watching.